This is a deliciously evocative first novel that lingers in the mind. Apparently not my mind. Did I read this book? 2013 was not the year of memorable reads, apparently. But I don't remember details in the fucking slightest. Whomst the fuck wrote this? Well, hello. Welcome back to my channel. Just Shauna here to talk about some friggin' middle-of-the-road books. This is a random list of some 3-star and I think maybe a couple of 2.75 star reads that I just kind of grabbed from my story graph and didn't think too much about, and I want to see how many of them I can really remember anything about. Just those books that, you know, you don't hate, you don't dislike, but you didn't love, and it's just like, do I even remember what happened? I don't know. We're gonna see. Like I said, I did have to make the list real quick, but I didn't think about them further than that. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what we've got going on here. First up is This Is How You Lose Her, I think by Junot Diaz. I legitimately don't remember reading this book. Did I read this book? What fucking book is this? Oh, short stories. I read this apparently in 2013. A laundry room, a woman does her lover's washing and thinks about his wife. Junior, oh, I remember that name, Junior, is equaled only by his recklessness and by the extraordinary women he loves and loses. Don't remember this in the slightest. Like, I vaguely remember that name, and now I vaguely remember that it's like short stories. That's it. That is it. Wow. Okay, The American Heiress by whomst the fuck. Who's that even by? I don't even remember. I feel like I can see the cover of this one. It's historical fiction. It's historical fiction, and there's like a chick in a room, like with like a gown on. Oh, god damn it. No, stop. Bitch. No, stop. Oh my god. It like put stop, bitch, in my thing. It says, god damn it. No, bitch. Oh, that's funny. I didn't mean to press the voice thing. Daisy Goodwin. Yeah. And yeah, it's a chick in like a ballroom with chandelier. Yeah, I'll put it. Apparently I read this in 2013 as well. 2013 was not the year of memorable reads, apparently. Cora Cash, an American heiress in the 1890s who bags an English duke. It says, this is a deliciously evocative first novel that lingers in the mind. Apparently not my mind. Next is another one that I can see the cover of, but I cannot remember the author name. Beastkeeper? Whomst the fuck wrote this? And this one I recall being a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Kat Hellison. Don't remember shit about this, my god. Read this in 2016 apparently, a year before I started booktube. Her parents pack their bags and drag her off after the sun. She's grown up lonely and longing for magic. She doesn't know that it's magic her parents are running from. Her mom walks out, and the strange old magic comes rising into their mundane world. Her father begins to change into something wild and beastly. The day she falls in love for the first time, Sarah will transform into a beast unless she can figure out a way to break the curse forever. Is this a Beauty and the Beast reimagining? Maybe not. It doesn't quite sound like it. Yeah, I don't remember this in the fucking foggiest. Like, what the hell? What the hell? At all. I remember nothing about this story. Okay, none of the characters are even like, ooh, yeah. Couldn't fucking tell you. Oh, Ink and Bone by, what's their name? Yeah, Rachel Kane. This is one with like the Library of Alexandria, right? Or like the Great Library thing. Yeah. The Great Library is now a presence in every major city. Yeah, governing the flow of knowledge to the masses. Alchemy allows the library to deliver the content of the greatest works of history instantly, but the personal ownership of books is expressly forbidden. Yeah, and he's like being trained, right? Yeah. The main character, yep. He believes in the value of the library, but his knowledge comes from illegal books who are from his family, and they're involved in the black market. His loyalties are tested in the final months of his training to enter the library's service. And yeah, I remember this one, I really wanted to love it, like a lot. I read this in 2017. I wanted to love it so much, but it just kind of fell a little flat for me, I recall. But I do recall elements of the story and like them doing their training and whatnot. It's very like secret society feeling. Codename Verity by what's her name? I think there's another book called Codename Verity, isn't there? Or just Verity, that Colleen Hoover one. Yeah, this one though is the one I read. Codename Verity by Elizabeth Wine. And yeah, it's historical. 2 women. I do remember the 2 women, and I think they're both pilots. Let's see. I think they're both pilots, and I recall there being a death. And I think they're in, are they over enemy lines or something? And they're like injured, or I don't know. Let's see. Oh yeah. A British spy plane crashes in Nazi-occupied France. Its pilot and passenger are best friends. One of the girls has a chance at survival. The other has lost the game before it's barely begun. When Verity is arrested by the Gestapo, she's sure she doesn't stand a chance. As a secret agent captured in enemy territory, she's living a spy's worst nightmare. Her Nazi interrogators give her a simple choice: reveal her mission or face a grisly execution. Yeah, it sounds deeply moving, but I gave it 3 stars, so I guess I didn't find it that moving. I do kind of recall this one, though. Markswoman, I remember this title and the cover. I don't remember the author name, and I remember that I didn't like it. It's a young adult, and it was another one where it sounded so cool. Rati Marota? Yeah, it sounded super cool. There was, magic knives, is what I recall. Magical blades. Yeah, an order of magical knife-wielding female assassins brings both peace and chaos to their post-apocalyptic world in this bewitching blend of science fiction and epic fantasy. The first entry in a debut duology that displays the inventiveness of the works of Sarah Beth Durst and Marie Lu. Not for me, I guess. I don't really remember that much else about it. I just remember not loving it. Did I do a... Yeah, I said I enjoyed the magic system. It was set up to be really incredibly interesting and cool. But then we barely saw any of it. So that detracted from my overall rating a bit. But then there was one character who fell in love with the main character straight away, and then proceeded to be the most delusional character ever, apparently. She straight up told him that she wasn't into him, and he's like, haha, that's cute, I'll make you love me, just give it time. And then continues to be straight up obsessive. Oh yeah, I do remember that. Being very, very annoyed with that. I could remember that there was like a specific reason I really didn't like that. Or like I didn't like it like I thought I would. The Elegance of the Hedgehog. Man, this I read so long ago, and it's like very literary. Very much not like what I read. Muriel Barbary. I don't remember shit about this. There's a little girl, but I think I only remember that because of the cover. Oh yeah, and the hotel. Oh yeah, then there's a man that moves in. Yeah, I vaguely remember this. Yeah, I don't have a written review for it. I read it in 2013. God, again, 2013. I was not loving stuff that year, apparently. The 100-Year House. This one I read just a couple years ago. I remember that the cover was cool. It was just a random book I picked up. If memory serves me on this, it's like generational. There was something weird with the mom. Was there something weird with the mom? Or the grandma? Somebody was like an alcoholic. Rebecca Mackay. Fiction, historical, literary mystery. I read it in 2018. The Devores Z, a Marxist literary scholar who detests her parents' wealth, but nevertheless finds herself living in their carriage house. Yeah. Gracie, her mother, who claims she can tell your lot in life by looking at your teeth, and Bruce, her stepfather, stockpiling supplies for the Y2K apocalypse and perpetually late for his tea time. Then there's Violet DeVore, Z's great-grandmother, who they say took her own life somewhere in the vast house and whose massive oil paint portrait still hangs in the dining room. The 100-Year House unfolds a generational saga in reverse, leading the reader back in time on a literary scavenger hunt as we seek to uncover the truth about these strange people in this mysterious house. Yeah, I mean, I remembered the vague parts of it, but I don't remember details in the fucking slightest. That's not good, you know? I mean, it's not bad, though. 3 stars. Like, it was, like, fine. These are just such books that just don't leave an impact on me. Okay, Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller, right? This is young adult, and I remember that I liked the main character, if memory serves me. She was, like, spunky and fun. And she's, like, Daughter of the Pirate King. It's, you know, pretty evident in the title. And, like, she's cool, but there was something about the story that I think I just didn't get invested all that much, was my biggest issue. It was very short. And I think I just didn't feel like I had enough time to get really invested. Oh, I actually gave this 2.5. Oh, wow. Yeah, I said, it was cute. It was fine. It didn't blow me away. The writing style is very accessible, super quick read. Not super invested in it, but because it was quick enough, I might pick up the second book at some point. I did not. Ooh, The Nanny Diaries. Don't remember the author of The Nanny Diaries, but it's about a nanny. She's a nanny for various children. And in New York, I'm pretty sure. All I remember from this is there's a scene where she's hot. She's like running around the city, it's summer, and she's really, really overheated, and she gets to her, I think her grandma's house, and her grandma shows her to cool herself off to put her wrists under cold water, like to run really cold water and put your wrists under it, and then to take ice and put it back here, because putting something cold on your pressure points apparently will cool down like your bloodstream and cool down your body faster. And I just remember that forever, because I don't know if it's just like the placebo effect of like me convincing myself that it works, but I swear it does actually work when you're really, really overheated to do that. I don't know if that's like common knowledge that everyone knew. I never like knew that until I read it in that book. And that's the only thing I remember from it as far as plot points. Who even was The Nanny Diaries? Emma McLaughlin and Nicola Kraus. Okay, I read this in 2011 apparently. Yeah, New York, struggling to graduate from NYU and afford her microscopic studio apartment, taking care of the only son of a wealthy family. Their marriage is disintegrating, the parents of the kid. Over 9 tense months, Mrs. X and Nanny perform the age-old dance of decorum and power as they test the limits of modern-day servitude. Written by 2 former nannies. Don't remember what happens. The next one, I added this to the list because I thought it was fucking hilarious that the title of the book is Remember Me. I don't remember who even wrote it. I don't remember this book at all. See, I know when I was going through the list, Sophie Kinsella. And I saw the cover, and I read the synopsis then, actually, because I was just so dumbstruck when I saw this cover, and I was like, what fucking book is this? Apparently, I read it in 2011. I do not remember this in the fucking slightest. And the whole point of the book is this girl waking up, and she's lost a big chunk of her memory. She's lost 3 years of her memory, and doesn't, like, she knows who she is, she just doesn't remember the last 3 years. And so she has all these like, changes, like, oh my God, all this crazy stuff has changed in her life. I don't remember this at all. Did I have a review? Just 3 stars. I swear to God. I genuinely am like, was this like a Goodreads import issue where it like put this for a different book by Sophie Kinsella? Because I've read like, what's the other one? Confessions of a Shopaholic is by her, right? Yeah. And some other shit. So I'm like, is it an issue of that? God, she has so many books. My God, so fucking many. The Shopaholic one has 1 million. Nope, there's Confessions of a Shopaholic separately that I gave 2 stars to. I think that was it that I thought I had read, was Confessions of a Shopaholic. Yeah, so I guess I read this book. I swear to God, I don't remember. Has anyone else read it? Do you remember it? Does this happen to a lot of people? I would imagine so, those of us that are avid readers. Like, you know, you read a lot of books. It's hard to remember all of them. And so it's like, by default, the standouts stand out. And then the other ones just fall by the fucking wayside, apparently. Oh, and then Cinder. This is a very popular, like, booktuber. It was before. Who's the fucking author, though? I read Cinder, and I was like, maybe I'll continue with the series. Never. Marissa Meyer. Yeah, Marissa Meyer. And I remember that it's sci-fi, and it's like cyborg people, or like, you can get, like, if you have a limb amputated, it can be a robot arm put on, or whatever. Like, shit like that. And it's in space. Oh, yeah, and she's a mechanic. But I don't remember the larger plot. Is there a prince? I feel like I maybe remember there being a prince that she meets. She's like struggling to like make ends meet. What the hell is the goddamn? A second-class citizen with a mysterious past. Reviled by her stepmother and blamed for her stepsister's illness. When life becomes intertwined with the handsome Prince Kai. Yes. She suddenly finds herself at the center of an intergalactic struggle and a forbidden attraction. So I did vaguely remember that. That was from 2018 that I read that. I vaguely recalled that. I gave this one 2.75, and I don't have any further review on here, but yeah, there we go. I don't know, I just thought it would be kind of fun to assess books that I read a while back that were very middle of the road and to see if I could fucking remember any of them. And really no. I think there was like, what, 2 that I had like some plot points that I could remember, and some that I genuinely am like, did I read that? I did, but just completely out of my mind. Anyway, I hope this was fun for someone. I just felt like doing it, so here we are, doing the thing. Leave a little emoji down below if you just want to make your presence known, but you don't really have anything to add here. As always, thank you so much for your time. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.